Good morning all, I hope you had a good weekend. One of the things I love about Reddam is that we have such a variety of different people from different backgrounds. They've got different talents, different ways of thinking. And if you take our Vision 2020 theme, they've also got different ways of looking at things, different focus points. And I'm going to give you a little example now. If I said to you, exams are in a week's time, how do you feel? Now, I'm sure there's a variety of different ways of feeling, but I think there's sort of two main groups of people we can divide you into. Some of you would have felt, oh my goodness, you would have had a sinking feeling in your stomach, and you might have even broken out into a cold sweat. Exams are just around the corner. And then I think there'll be others of you who thought to yourselves, oh, yes, exams are next week. Yeah, I think I'm ready. I'll be fine. And that's the difference between the two people. And to motivate you for these exams, I've got to give you a different message, because I can't give you the same message because both groups think in very different ways. So this morning I want to talk to both groups separately. I'm going to start with the group that has that sinking feeling when you hear the word exams. For the rest of you, I want you to put your fingers in your ears, because I don't want you to hear this. Stress is not good for you. And when you start overthinking things, it doesn't go well. Exams are just purely an indication of what you know or understand about a particular subject at a particular time. And it really is not something to stress about. It doesn't define you. Nobody's going to judge you. And I can guarantee you that in a few years' time, nobody's ever going to ask you, how did that history exam go in the year of 2020 in June? Nobody's going to ask you that. So sometimes we see these exams as these monsters that are out to trick us or to hurt us. And it can be quite scary if we do look at them like that. These monsters can be so scary sometimes and a bit overwhelming, and we end up not doing as well as we should. And so sometimes you need to take a step back. You need to look at the bigger picture. And when we zoom out a bit, then all of a sudden, it doesn't look so scary. And some of you are already thinking, well, mosquitoes are scary. They can kill millions every year. But actually, these exams are actually easy to sort out, and you don't need to stress about them. Now I'm going to talk to the other group. So I want you guys to put your fingers in your ears while I talk to the other group. So for those of you who had to be reminded that exams started next week, this section's for you. And I know a lot of you are thinking, this is fantastic. Exams start next week. We got half days of school, and we can relax in the afternoon. Now, some of us are blessed not to stress during exams, and you probably find that your whole school career you've relied on your intellect and winging it. But I'll tell you now that doesn't last for long. It'll last for a while, but soon you'll end up realizing that you just won't reach the potential that you have. Or even worse, you may lose out on opportunities that could be coming your way. So be careful that you're not too far zoomed out of the whole picture, that you don't actually see the danger coming along. Those little mosquitoes will sneak up on you quite quickly, and if you're not careful, you won't do as well as you should. Now, I'm not saying go and start stressing. What I'm saying is you just go and care a little bit more than you did, so that you can work hard and get the marks that you are really truly proud of. Wouldn't it be nice? Picture yourself actually opening up your report when it comes in the end of June, and you can see, wow, I've really done well, I've worked hard, and I've achieved really good results. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So if you are feeling stressed about next week, I want you to take a step back. I want you to zoom out a little bit, and I want you to remember just to do your best, and that's all we can expect, and stress will add no value to your life. If you're not stressed about next week, I'd like you to zoom in a little bit and care a little bit more. Put a bit more effort in so that you can take the opportunities you got to get some really good results. For both groups, I know that you're going to do well. I'm expecting you, it's a different way of writing exams, but I'm hoping that you will enjoy them and you will achieve the results you want to. We're now going to hand over to the sports department to see how they've done this week.
remember that we need to stay up to date with our 2020 challenge. Myself and Mrs. Mateus will be doing it with you online daily, so you can join us with your friends and do the 2020 challenge together. Please make sure that you stay up to date with your netball online programs, your soccer online programs for boys and for girls, obviously as long as with your phys ed programs. Remember, your phys ed assessments do need to be sent to me. You have your 2 weeks and I'm sure it'll be done by then. Good job on all the other videos that I've been sent and everything that we've been doing so far. I'll chat to you soon and stay safe.
Thank you, Mr. Smallcombe, and thank you to all those guys who've been working on those 2020 challenges. You're doing a great job. Well done to all those who are looking good this week, and that goes to Daniel Herbal, Peter Mateba, Kiara Govender, Setu Sabir, Joshua Udemans, Dominique Canada, Ashlyn Gibbons, and a new child to our school, Michael Madziba, and then one of our teachers, Mrs. Cole. Well done for looking good this week, guys. Keep up the good work. Now take a look at this, as the Concord Art registration is now open. Now we're going to quickly go across to somebody who is very, very glad to be back in South Africa, and he's going to be joining us from next term again, and that is Mr. Chaplin.
Hello Reddam, guess who's back? Mr. Chaplin has finally arrived back in South Africa, because why? He's missed you guys. We'll catch up next week. Study hard this week. Cheers.
Thank you, Mr. Chaplin. We look forward to seeing you on campus again. And guys, I want you to stay safe, study hard for your exams, do well, and stay safe.